Are you dealing with frozen shoulder? Let me show you how to manage it today. Rehab. Welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Arash here, and today we're going to be talking about frozen shoulders because for many this can be a very confusing diagnosis. Frozen shoulder or adhesive capsulitis is characterized by progressive pain and stiffening of the shoulder joint. A typical presentation involves symptoms coming on slowly and worsening over time, making everyday tasks such as lifting overhead or getting dressed difficult. Typically 2 to 3% of individuals between the age of 40 and 70 develop frozen shoulder, with a higher occurrence being in women. So what causes frozen shoulder? Frozen shoulder is a result of thickening of the structures that hold and support the shoulder joint. The onset of frozen shoulder can be a result of trauma to the shoulder following surgical procedure, a recent mastectomy, a traumatic fall or event, or prolonged periods of a lack of shoulder mobility. And in some cases, it does develop idiopathically, meaning that we aren't really sure of the cause. Typically, we see a significant loss of range of motion in the shoulder in what we describe as a capsular pattern, meaning that we see limitations in shoulder external rotation, shoulder flexion, shoulder abduction, and lastly, shoulder internal rotation. One may also experience pain that goes down to the deltoid or even into the elbow and forearm. So what type of things can be done when dealing with frozen shoulder? Let's find out. There are 3 different stages that are defined with frozen shoulder. They include the freezing stage, the frozen stage, and the thawing stage. For some, these stages can last anywhere from 12 to 36 months, so it's important to recognize where you're at, be kind to yourself, and have a good support team to help you throughout the process. During the freezing stage, you may notice that movement of your shoulder, especially at extreme ranges, causes pain and discomfort. However, your motion is still relatively good, in which case the main goal of exercises in this stage is pain management. The demonstrated exercises focus on maintaining appropriate range of motion in the shoulder, which can help serve as a way to provide lubrication to the joint and help manage pain during this stage. Due to pain, most of these stretches are meant to be passive instead of active, meaning the arm that is being stretched should be quiet, as you are using an external force to stretch the tissues around the shoulder. Stretches here are meant to be held for a short duration to avoid aggravating the shoulder. Just hold each position for a few seconds at a time. Isometrics can also serve a role in pain management, as demonstrated with the shoulder internal and external rotation against the wall. Remember to always work within your tolerance and listen to your body. During the frozen stage, range of motion becomes very limited, making the goal in this stage to work on maintaining or potentially improving your range of motion. Working on improving circulation to the surrounding tissues and introducing motion directly to the shoulder joint as tolerated is important here. Typically during the frozen stage, pain begins to decrease and working on improving range of motion is well tolerated. Recognize too that the shoulder joint is more than just the ball and socket. It also involves the scapulothoracic joint, which is where our shoulder blade articulates with our rib cage and mid-back region. Performing exercises that can help with keeping our shoulder blade and mid-back moving are important and should not be overlooked during this stage. Lastly, we have the thawing stage where both range of motion and pain begin to improve and where you will see the most progress. The focus in this stage is to continue to restore range of motion back to baseline levels, as well as improving strength of your shoulder. Shown are exercises that will allow the shoulder to start working through full range of motion. It is also critical to progressively load the shoulder. I begin with loads and positions that are most comfortable, progress towards more range of motion and larger loads. Recognize that the management of frozen shoulder is a marathon, not a sprint. However, with the support of your healthcare team and consistency with exercises in each stage, you'll be surprised at what your body can do. If looking to take the guesswork out of your shoulder pain, check out the Shoulder Rehab Program through the Prehab app. Until next time, Prehab.
Hey, did you like this video? If you did, you should definitely check out the Prehab app. It includes all of our programs, a brand new workout library, and tons more videos like the one you saw today. Check it out by clicking on this link. You get a free trial. Take control of your health today.